what in the heck is going on? Hey, look, I'm gonna go full on entrelytical or politipreneur, whatever you want to talk about. Religion and politics are always no-nos, but I think the world we're living in right now, people should share these conversations openly, knowing that we're less than 90 days away from an election. But I was with my barber this morning. Sorry if I'm a little short of breath. I had some dental work done, but I was with my barber this morning. I'm talking to her about, her schedule and how busy she is and her way of life and what's going on with entrepreneurship right now. And on the 24th of last month, I decided I wanted to book my wife a private birthday event. I wanted to bring in somebody to cook so I didn't have to cook, do it in her boutique, and then bring in some entertainment. I know some pretty well-connected people. This is on a Wednesday night. I called 8 different private chefs. Everyone was booked. And then I called about 6 or 7 musicians that I know. No one was available. Anytime you get home services work or anything on your car done, there's a wait. So when people talk about the state of the economy, from the visual perception, it doesn't appear that the economy is negative, depending on what your demographic is and where you're from. So that's where one particular party gets a false bill of goods that the economy is doing really well. The fact of the matter is that everyone in business, especially you entrepreneurs and you high-level W-2 employees, we're just working 7 days a week to get what we used to get done in 5 days. And so what type of perspective shift does it take for high prime movers and high-level W-2 and entrepreneurs to make that shift? It's so difficult to slow down when the value of a dollar goes 30% or 40% of where it used to be. This is why we need to vote. This is why what's going on in the political arena and landscape right now is so important, because we could talk about the border and foreign policy and war and all of these things till the cows come home, but what's affecting everyone is that quality of life has diminished because the value of a dollar has diminished. One of the first things that Kamala talked about is childcare. Why is childcare so important for the Democratic Party? Because they want mothers to go to work. Well, what I was brought up thinking in terms of biblical worldview is, why is the answer that moms need to go to work and be able to afford childcare? So that they can pay into the system as well. What happened to the fact that dad making 60, 70, 100, 125, 30,000 bucks a year and mom raising their children? Why has that become such a foreign concept? Because it costs so much to live. Fuel, food, cars, insurance, taxes. It's out of this world. So who's getting rich right now? I can promise you it's everybody who has a high 7-figure net worth with very little debt, or high 8 and 9-figure net worth. That's where opportunities are born, and that's how companies that are big get bigger and how rich people get richer, because of the opportunity that is being taken from the middle class and being cherry-picked by the upper class. That's capitalism. I'm for that. I really am. But when you decide on who to vote for and what to vote on, take a look at your quality of life today versus where it was 3 or 4 years ago. Entrepreneurs, I think the future does look bright. Credit to Patrick Bet-David. But we got to get there. We also can't sacrifice our families on the altar of our business and the altar of finance. And man, I get caught up in that every single day. So if that affects you, drop some comments. Let's talk about it.